96.7 KCAL rocks. It's time to talk some sports. One of my favorite parts of the show with our guy, Pep. Pep, what's going on?
Oh, Patrick, I'll tell you what's going on. It all comes down to this, man. Monday Night Hoops, March Madness coming to a close with the national championship game. It'll be, for the first time, San Diego State, the Aztecs, playing for a national title, taking on mighty UConn. UConn's been there a bunch. San Diego State has never been there, but we got to rewind back to over the weekend, Patrick. The Final Four, San Diego State beating Florida Atlantic at the buzzer, 72-71, and the pride of Riverside Poly High School, Lamont Butler, was the guy to hit the biggest basket. He is now a March Madness legend of forever hitting that basket to send the Aztecs to the finals.
Boy, talk about March Madness to a T, all in one play. It was literally, okay, they're down by one. Oh, it comes down, and when he hit it, it was that ultimate. I mean, it's the walk-off home run thing, right? You dream about it as a kid, the 3-2-1, but to send you to the championship game for the first time ever, big deal for San Diego State. Very cool. Even we consider it a big deal for us, just because we're close to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and, San Diego State, too, we've talked about this before. With San Diego State football, will they ever play for a national championship? That's a big mountain to climb with all the Alabamas and the Georgias and the LSUs and all those kind of schools out there. But college basketball, man, I think it's great that any team can make a run at the big dance, and through the NCAA tournament and make it to the finals. And that's the beauty of the NCAA tournament. It's a team like San Diego State who's really good. Maybe they're not one of the top, 5 or 10 programs in the country, but you just got to get hot at the right time. Look at Florida Atlantic. We didn't even know anything about Florida Atlantic. So I think it's really awesome. It's very special for the city of San Diego as well, and Southern California as a whole. San Diego losing the Chargers. They haven't had a lot to cheer about, man, but this is probably one of their biggest sports stories ever, especially, Patrick, if they can finish the job tonight and beat a UConn team who already has several national titles.
And looking very tough in this tournament. I mean, my goodness, they've been shredding teams like crazy. They made Gonzaga look like they didn't even belong on the court. Really made us want to have UCLA in advance to see what UCLA would have done against them. Nevertheless, UConn looks like they are shredding like crazy. But it's like you said, when you're in the dance, you have the puncher's chance, dude. Yeah. And San Diego State, they're going against a good team, but it's also a huge opportunity. And can you imagine if San Diego State is our national champion? I mean, they have to have a parade, dude.
Yeah. I think the only thing I can compare it to, I think it was about 10, maybe 12 years ago, Fresno State won the national title in baseball. And it was like, man, Fresno State, they won the national championship in college baseball. Like all the great programs, but Fresno State's the team that won it. San Diego State, man, if they could win the national championship. And listen, we on the West Coast, we in Southern California, we know San Diego State's been good for a long time. We know about Kawhi Leonard. They had a guy named Matt Mitchell from Roosevelt High School in Eastville a couple of years ago. They were really good too. But they've never had a team go this far. They've never had a team win the national title. So that's what makes it special. And Patrick, I think you bring up another great point with UConn. They're not just winning in the tournament. They are dominating teams. They have dominated everybody, including Miami in the Final Four, to reach the national championship game. So we talked about teams just getting hot in the tournament. I gotta admit, I want the Aztecs to win, but nobody has been hotter than UConn in this tournament.
No doubt. They are the toughest team. That's why it looks tough. But to be the best, you got to beat the best.
That's right. That's what they say, right?
And San Diego State's already going to be second best, maybe first.
Yeah, so it's Monday night. It's tonight. Can't wait. But already San Diego State, just the darling of the national media, right? Everyone cheering for the Aztecs going up against mighty UConn. So that's college hoops. In the NBA, don't look now, but here come the Lakers. The Lakers have won 6 of 7. LeBron put up a triple-double yesterday in a win against the Rockets, and I know the Rockets stink really, really bad. But still, he had a triple-double. AD dropped 40. The Lakers win. They've won 6 of 7, and all of a sudden they're number 7 in the Western Conference. Like, people are saying that the Lakers might be the team to beat? ? The team to beat in the Western Conference?
Does it not make you wonder, though? Remember when LeBron was like, oh, the foot injury, and I was like, dude, they're screwed. But we also thought, is he that good that he knew he could just rest up and then just apply a little throttle and just move the team up into, I mean, because it's exactly what he's done.
Yeah.
I was laughing at him. Like, oh my God, they're finally going to land on their nose, on their face.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're in.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And they're coming together. Has he been planning this? Has there been a load management situation also on the court where, you know what, maybe they don't go for a win to kind of save energy for this?
Yeah.
I'm kind of seeing the genius and the madness now, and I never saw it before.
Patrick, 2 weeks ago, I thought LeBron was going to shut it down, right, with the foot injuries. Hey, just shut it down. We're not making the playoffs. He was going to shut it down. I figured AD would be in and out of the lineup. What do they call Anthony Davis? Street clothes Davis, because he's always in street clothes. Like, I thought it was done. And now they're saying, I've heard this from more than one person, that the bottom half of the Western Conference are the teams you got to keep an eye on. The Lakers, if the Clippers get hot and they're healthy, the Phoenix Suns are kind of in the middle of the pack because they're trying to still figure out Kevin Durant. I mean, I got to be honest. Like, I love my Sacramento Kings, but Sacramento and Denver and Memphis at the top of the West, not exactly a gauntlet. You know what I mean? Like, not exactly a bunch of teams that you're going to be afraid of. The Lakers, I'd even say the Clippers. I mean, one of these teams, they could make a run to the finals.
Isn't that funny? It's going to be kind of exciting to see what happens. I mean, in the middle, once we get to the middle of this month, playoffs start. Yeah. So here we go.
Yeah, what is there, 5 games left? Like I think there's only like 2 weeks left, maybe 5 or 6 games depending on the team. So there's not a lot left. So there's a lot to play for in these final couple games in terms of, you know, are you going to fall in the play-in tournament? For, you know, home court advantage in the first round. So there's still a lot on the line for some of these teams.
And they move into the 7th spot.
Yes.
Just a few games left. It's like, okay, maybe there is a little mastermind thing going on here. The puppet master, LeBron, dude. He's putting in the pieces just right.
We'll see. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the Lakers will go out and lose 3 in a row and be like, okay, well, we got too excited. We got you know, too excited about this team, and they hadn't done anything yet. But we'll see. It's very interesting, though, that they got hot right now. So
they are in.
They are in. Right now,
and
today.
You got to get in to win, so they're in.
All right, let's talk a little baseball. We just had our opening weekend for the MLB season. The Dodgers coming up with a split against Arizona. And Noah Syndergaard, you know, Thor, a.k.a. Thor, those long golden locks, getting his first start for the Dodgers. Didn't look too bad, but they didn't get the win. And I think, you know, the Dodgers are going to be in this situation where even when they had great lineups, I just felt like they had a hard time scoring runs sometimes. And we saw Trace Thompson hit 3 home runs on Saturday, which is great, but they didn't really save anything for Sunday, in which they lost to Arizona. So I think it might be the same predicament, Patrick, for the Dodgers.
Sometimes I think baseball's such a long season. Maybe it takes time to kind of get going a little bit. You know, they won the opener, which is really cool. And that's the kind of thing I kind of love too. It's like you flip on the Dodgers game. It's like, okay, let's like see who these young players, because there's always a few players who you're like, who is that? Like I click on because I have a friend at the game and he's like, have you heard of a kid named Outman?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I flip on and he hits a huge bomb to center field. Just another little system, the Dodgers system at work. It's kind of cool to see, but you're right. Then they lost. And it's like, baseball. Here we go. It's a long season, man.
Listen, I know you love those young players. If you're a Dodgers fan, I know you love to keep an eye on the next top prospect. Keep an eye and remember this name, Damon Keith. Damon Keith came from Redlands East Valley High School. He played at California Baptist, drafted by the Dodgers, played for Rancho Cucamonga. He is on the fast track to the major league. So Damon Keith is another guy. Listen, I know the Dodgers lost a lot of big names in the offseason, but you're right, Patrick. They've got a great farm system. They got some great minor league talent. Damon Keith, an IE guy, could be the next big star making his way up through the system right now.
So cool to watch them do it, man.
Yeah, it is. It is really cool to see those dreams come true. And finally, the Angels took 2 out of 3 against the A's. Same story for the Angels, too. Ohtani was great. The Angels still lost, but when he homered and Mike Trout homered on Sunday, they won. So go figure, right? Kind of the same thing from last year. But they did take 2 out of 3, and but it took Ohtani and Trout going deep on Sunday to get that win.
Right. It's like they feel like they're LeBron. They got to carry the whole team or they don't win. And gosh, baseball's tough like that, you know?
Yeah.
Baseball can get weird on you. I mean, I hate to say it, but already we can kind of see the same pattern forming for the Angels. I don't like it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like on Saturday, Ohtani pitched. He was great, but the Angels still lost. And then on Sunday, it took Ohtani and Trout doing, you know, heroic things to get the Angels a win. So I don't know. It's only one series, and we can be overly dramatic here and try to take one series and make a snapshot for the whole season. But it kind of feels like last year, even for the Dodgers a little bit in terms of scoring runs. It kind of feels like last year a little bit. But again, only one series in the books. A lot can change.
You're right about that, man. Even by Thursday, we'll see how everyone's doing in the MLB when we check in with Pep once again. Tell them how to get your stuff, Pep.
Yeah, and I could be singing a different story on Thursday. We'll see. Get my stuff on Inland Sports, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We got the Inland Sports YouTube channel. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.